It's your boy Zichi. Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. In today's video, we're going to be using the SwordSoul deck. This is going to be my final SwordSoul video for a little bit, just because I've been uploading SwordSoul a bunch. And I know you guys are probably getting tired of it, but I just want to show you guys the best deck to grind the diamond rank with. And then after that, we're probably just going to make a bunch of other decks and just have fun with it, right? I've been streaming a lot on here, on this channel, YouTube. We've been getting a lot of support, so thank you guys for all of you that do come out and show your support. I really do appreciate that. All the new subscribers, thank you for coming in. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you are new, hit the subscribe button. We are almost there, 3.5k. Can we get there? Thank you guys for all the support once again. And yeah, let's just hop straight into the replays. It's gonna be me using the SwordSoul deck in the new season so far. All right, first duel, we ended up going second here. Already with this hand, we have a Hulk play that we can do. We have Impermanence in the hand to disrupt. What deck is he using? Okay, so he's using the Machina. I don't know how that works, but clearly they're using some deck. Probably a rogue deck, right? We're just gonna go ahead and activate the Imperm on that, because that was a normal summon, I'm pretty sure. I always Imperm their normal summon, because you don't want them to get like an effect to just like special summon anything, right? So they're gonna go ahead and special summon on their turn right there. We're gonna activate our Maxx C, chain it to that. He took 4,000 damage. That is crazy. Okay, thankfully we have our Vishuda in hand as well, so we can bounce that back if we really needed to. I think I did mess up here. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so no, we activated the Vishuda. And I think I bounced back his back row instead, because right here we can go into Hulk and go into our baxia play, sending 2 cards from the field to the deck, right? So we'll go into Adhara, normal summon out, then go into the Christian Hulk. So I know lately I've been telling you guys about the Punk SwordSoul, but I do think this version is still more consistent than the Punk SwordSoul and the Deng Long version, by the way. Just because it's not too many bricks. So you have Old Lion in the Deng Long deck, and then Deskbot, and then all that stuff, right? You run 2 Old Lions in that deck. That's just a brick in my opinion. This one is just straightforward. Deskbot, you go into your plays, you have the SwordSoul starters and stuff like that, right? So now we're doing just normal typical SwordSoul combo where we go into the Hulk and then go into Yazi. We're going to use the Auroradon. No, we're not. We're just going to use Yazi's effect, popping. That's really good. So we're going to bring out the Taia. Taia activates, sending the Monk to get the token on the field. We're going to go into baxia here. Good. Baxia is going to activate to send that to the deck, like I said. And from this point, it's pretty much GG. We can OTK from here if he doesn't have any interruptions, right? So we're gonna send the Mo Ye, activate baxia, popping the token, bringing back the Mo Ye, showing him the Mo Ye in the hand to get another token. Now we go into the Chixao. Perfect. Chixao activate, and then Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, just in case he has an Ash, right? Even though we have called by, still always do it. It's good practice. We're gonna add the longyuen there, and then we would have won easily. GG. Alright, so for this duel, we end up going second again. Decent hand. We drew into Maxx C, so this is good. This is good. Let's see how we play around this. I don't remember exactly what happened here. I think we might have lost this one, did we? Or we were supposed to lose or something. He might have messed up or something happened, but let's see what happens here. He's gonna go into a bunch of these. I think we either probably nibbed at some point here. He didn't really go into all the proper plays. We might just fast forward this one, because Adamancipator combos are actually really crazy. Okay, so he's gonna do show 5, and he's gonna get the researcher, show the 5, special summon a rock monster as well. He's gonna go into the golem. Then he's gonna go into Christian Hulk. We didn't draw anything crazy, right? So he goes into Apollo USA, and I think after this, he might have ended his turn. No, he goes into the Link Spider, then he ends his turn. Yeah, so we have a bunch of cards in hand. I think this ended on his turn. We have so many cards. I don't know why he did that. I mean, I guess I do know why, but we have, like I said, called by, so we weren't really scared of any of that, right? So he activated that to banish a card from the graveyard, but that doesn't really mean anything. That doesn't really mean anything. Yep. Okay, so from here, we just have to try to bait out his Apollo USA, so that way we're not doing anything too crazy, right? So Go into the Monk. We're gonna try to get Vishuda's effect off here. He's gonna negate it, leaving him at 1600. I'm pretty sure because it's 800 subtract. Yep, so 1600. Then we're gonna go into the Ashuna, normal summon Mo Ye. We're gonna attack, but he has the. Unfortunately, he has that on the field. So we're gonna set 5, and then we're gonna pass right here. Okay, he has 1 card in hand. I don't really see anything that he can do. I think he scoops after this because we just activate the Blackout and then destroy both of those. And then I think he scoops after this because there's nothing he can do. Okay, yeah, GG. Alright, once again, we are going second. A bunch of these duels we end up going second, but because we run so many hand traps in this deck, we're more likely to draw it. Except I was streaming today, or I was getting destroyed, but it is what it is. So we're gonna activate Maxx C to that. He has a cross out, so he's gonna cross out his Maxx C, which is really good because then we get to nib just in case, right? So he didn't save his cross out for the nib because he probably didn't expect me to have nib in the hand, right? If I'm running 1, then it really doesn't make a difference. So he's gonna activate the Mo Ye. We're gonna go. He's gonna show off the Vishuda. If he can't get enough negates on the field this turn, we win next turn, obviously. So he's gonna add the longyuen. I was hoping that he didn't have the longyuen in hand because that would play around our nib play. And so as soon as he summons out the longyuen, we're going to nib. We are going to nib, and then we win next turn. Thankfully. Because we have a lot of plays, right? So we can activate nib here. Perfect. Nib on the field. Nib is such a good card, bro. It's such a good card. Okay, so we get to draw. We really got a good draw right here. We top decked Mo Ye, show him the Ashuna, get our token. Normal summon into Chixao. Chixao activate. Okay, remember always chain a link. Even though we have the cross out, it's good practice. Chain link 1, chain link 2. Mo Ye always chain link 2. Okay, we're gonna grab a Ash off of that. We're gonna activate the longyuen, and then we're just gonna probably just try to go into like a Baronne pop, and then win that turn, right? All right. So for this duel, we end up going first with a decent hand. This hand can go into Halq, but I don't think we Halq this game, right? So we're gonna activate it to bring the Mo Ye. Actually, yeah, we could have Halqed, but we didn't. So we're gonna show him the Adhara. Get our token out on the field. Go into the Chixao. Chixao brings the longyuen. Always chain link 1, chain link 2. Remember that. We're gonna draw 1. We have thankfully called by the grave, so we can get rid of the effect veiler that he had just now. Okay, perfect. So once these resolves, we're gonna grab the longyuen, or if we don't draw into it, then we add the blackout. But we didn't draw into it, so we go into the longyuen, sending the Adhara, bringing the token. Now we're gonna go into Baronne. So now we have 2 negates, and then we have Imperm as well with a Maxx C and Crossout. So our field is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Our field is actually pretty good, even though it's not the best. It is pretty good, but it doesn't do too well against kaijus, obviously. I don't think SwordSoul can really handle kaiju or Lava Golem. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think he can. Okay, so we're gonna activate Imperm to stop that card, because I do believe it destroys some cards on the field. Okay, we're gonna activate that. He goes into Ecclesia. We have Crossout for Ecclesia. So we're gonna use Crossout right here. Okay, perfect. Send the Ecclesia, negated the Ecclesia. And in hand for next turn, we have Halq. So we are really good, because I don't think he can OTK this turn, right? I don't think he can OTK. We have a negate right here, and we have Nib. So we have the Orcus. He has the Orcus. We can negate with the Grandmaster, which is exactly what we did right here. Negate. Okay, let's see what happens. I think he passes. Does he just end this? Oh no, he tries to go into his 7 sins or something like that. Is that what it's called? Oh, we're gonna nib right here, which is perfect. Or maybe he was trying to go into Zeus. He was going into something, but thankfully we had Nib in hand thanks to the Maxx C we drew. Alright, so this hand right here is really good. We can, if we wanted to, go Adhara, Halq, right? But we're gonna go the safe route, just getting the what's it called again? The Chixao, then to add Protos stopping dark, and then we would win that way, because then most of his monsters are dark once we figured that out, that he was using the that kind of engine, right? So always chain link 1, chain link 2, remember. Okay, I don't know, we drew into that, so then we added this, so that way we can get Protos. Okay, really good. Protos comes to the hand, we're gonna activate the longyuen, sending the other longyuen to get the token, then we're gonna go into Chengying. When we activate that, Chengying activates, I think, then we get to banish that, and then he just scoops right there. Alright, so this one right here, he's using a SwordSoul, but this one is with the Denglong, the Mecha Phantom Beast engine, right? So we're gonna play into Halq here. We might as well, since we have Protos in the hand, right? So the way I was thinking is we try to bait with the Halq. If he has anything, then we have Mo Ye to do anything, right? So he's gonna Ash that, which is fine. Which is more than okay. Like I said, we have the Mo Ye. We're gonna go into it. Normal summon. Activate it, showing the Protos. Then we're gonna go Chixao. Chainlink 1 Chixao, Chainlink 2 Mo Ye. And you get to draw 1, and then we're gonna get to add 1. If we don't draw into the longyuen, then we add Blackout with the Grandmaster. But if we don't draw into longyuen, then we add longyuen with the Grandmaster, right? But fortunately we didn't draw into it, so we had to add the longyuen with that instead of the Blackout and Protos, right? So we're gonna summon Protos here, and then we're gonna lock Dark. It's because a lot of the monsters in a bunch of decks are just Dark, right? So Dark is a safe call. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't know, it's the mirror match, right? So as you can see, we used Pot of D right there, and then we really didn't get too lucky. We drew into another Pot of D. It's very unfortunate. So we're gonna negate the longyuen with the Baronne de Fleur, and then we have an on-field negate with the SwordSoul Grandmaster. But thankfully we had the Crossout, so we're gonna send the Adhara. That's already a bunch of cards gone out of his hand already, because he used the strategist to send a card to the graveyard, right? So now he only has one card he can use. He's gonna normal summon it, go into the Monk. It's good. He's gonna activate the Ashuna. Ashuna is gonna get to the field a Chitana. Then he's gonna go into the Shaman of the Tenyi, and we can stop that with our Grandmaster right here, sending the Emergence to the graveyard. Really good. And I think there's not much you can do with one card in hand. We have Protos, Baronne, and just good, right? He's gonna attack over the Kusham, but it is what it is. Set 1, we're not really worried about that. Not really worried about that. Draw, then he scoops. Alright guys, here is the deck list. Here it is. I changed it up a little bit, and I'm gonna have a different deck list in the description, but this is what I'm using right now. The one in the description is what I used to get to Diamond 1 last season, and it's still probably better than this version right here. The only reason why I changed it to this now is because of the decks that I was playing in the Platinum rank, so that way I could just get to Diamond. I'm gonna change it back afterwards, but this is what I run, but the deck in the deck list is what I will normally be running. Okay, so hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Like I said, this is the best deck to grind Diamond with. Maybe even this Tri-Brigade, basically any meta deck is good to grind Diamond, right? But this one I feel like is more consistent than the other ones, and it is probably the best deck in the game. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, all this stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.